Hello, stars. Welcome or welcome back. You can call me Aster. First off, why am I always doing this in my room in the middle of the night? In PJs and totally not presentable to anyone? I don't know. It's also not the middle of the night. It's 10 o'clock. This week is going to be a bit of a writing vlog. For those of you who don't know, I am on a journey to publish my first novel. That book is in the editing phase. That book is called Sidereal. There's a whole playlist on it called Project New World if you want to go see some videos about that novel. I won't be talking about that novel this time because this time we're writing a new novel. I have already started this novel. If you want to know more about this book, there are more videos in the playlist called Something About the Sea, which is currently what I am calling this project. Let me tell you a bit about this story so you guys know what on earth I'm talking about throughout this video. Evelyn has been a slave her whole life, when one day she gets her hands on one of the 6 legendary relics. This one, specifically, allows her to raise the dead. Now she has an immortal army ready to do whatever she asks. The strange thing about all of this? These relics are only supposed to be able to be used by a specific bloodline, meaning this army just gave her her last name, Fiend. Evelyn Fiend, daughter of the Pirate King. How? She has no idea. Why? She doesn't care. All that matters is that she never has to go back. Now, the newly crowned pirate princess is on a mission to get the one thing that will ensure she's never forced down again, the one relic without a bloodline. The one relic meant for everyone will be hers. Evelyn has her crew, a handful of misfits who banded together, an unlikely ally, and the Navy hot on her trail. But how much is she willing to sacrifice to become untouchable? So tonight, I think we're just going to take it easy. We're just going to finish chapter 1. This is such a chaotic first chapter. I start at a fight scene, and I have to work to describe the 6 main characters. I mean, Evelyn, my main character, was described in the prologue. I don't know if I'm even keeping the prologue, because are prologues a thing that we still like? Have you ever liked them? Then there's one more scene, which is right after this one. I feel like this one's going to be wrapped up pretty quickly as soon as I actually start writing it. Alright, we're done for tonight. I am so tired. I honestly love this story. I've said this in my other videos, but I am so happy to be writing this. I created this story such a long time ago, or the concept of a pirate necromancer, but it took me so long to find a plot that I was proud of, or that I thought would be able to do it justice, because it had to be good. It was a pirate necromancer, so I was like, yeah, it's gotta be good. I did say I usually did these in the middle of the night, right? We are starting on chapter 2 today. What happens in chapter 2? Refresh my memory. This is why I plot out my chapters, because I usually forget what happens. Oh, right. Get banter in this chapter. I love it. This is the kind of scene where usually I write beforehand, because usually I love writing the banter scenes. So usually they're written beforehand and then worked into the story. This one, I gotta create, which is gonna be strange, because I have not thought about this at all. So I think I'm done for tonight. I just got these 2 pages done. You can't really see them, but I got both of them done. They were empty before. But let's talk a little bit about what just happened, because I love it, and I love talking about this stuff. In the last chapter, we technically met the unlikely ally for the first time. At the beginning of this chapter, we properly meet him. We actually have a conversation with him. And he's a lot meaner than I thought he would be. Which, it's kind of funny. It's just their banter. He really just says stuff purposefully. He says stuff with the purpose to piss her off, which I love. They're meant to be rivals in the first place, and this is just gonna make it better, because in what he's saying now, it's obvious that he has misunderstood something. But what he's saying, basically he's mocking her because for her to be able to use the relic, she has to be the daughter of the Pirate King. And so he's made the assumption that she grew up with her father. So he's mocking her. He's being like, what's the first thing he said? Did Daddy ground you? Is that why you went for the other relic? Because she hides the fact that she was a slave, not because she was embarrassed of it, but because it's like a form of weakness for her. And it still like scares her. That's her motivation. She never wants to go back there. So she like keeps that very close to her. She doesn't tell anyone. So guys like him, who see her only every once in a while, really misunderstand and think that she grew up with her father. So he's a lot meaner, but it's gonna make their connection and their growth to each other so much better throughout this book. Also, I think my felt pen is dying because I keep having to rewrite a few words. So when I'm at work tomorrow, I'm gonna try and see if I can go find a new felt pen. Okay, so today I do actually start work later, so I'm gonna try and write some before work. I work till 7 every day this week, so I'm just gonna try and do it beforehand, get it done. All right, we're done. That was really fun to write. Someone died. That was fun. We finish up this scene still, and then we've got one more scene before the chapter ends. Yeah. So I wrote these 2 pages earlier today, and I have no idea where I left off. I remember somebody died, and we're done. The last scene in this chapter was just more of a cute one, a sweet one.
Hi. It is Saturday. I forgot to record or do anything yesterday, mostly because I got home. I was off at 7. I fell asleep by 8:30. I was so tired, and I don't even know why, honestly. I'll try and write a bit more to make up for not doing it yesterday after I get off work today. I am also at work, but it's insanely slow, so I went for a walk. I'm just sitting in front of my car because I'm not going very far.
I got little Sharpie felt pens, so we'll see how this works. We're starting chapter 3! I forgot about that. What happens in chapter 3? I have about 10 minutes before my brother and his girlfriend arrive for movie night, so let's see what we can get. And my brother's never on time, so we'll see what we can get. Okay, I really didn't get much done. Got about that much done, but I can definitely tell that this pen is so much better. I don't know if you can see chapter 3 compared to the writing. It's a lot darker, so that pen was definitely at the end of its life. I'm not even done like the first plot point in the story, but in the chapter. Either way, it's fine. But I am going to leave this video off here because I do need to edit this as soon as the movie's over, because tomorrow is Sunday, which is the day I upload. So yeah, I made some solid progress, actually. I did not think I would get this far. I had only just started chapter 1 at the beginning of this, so I got a whole chapter done. I'm very content with how this week went, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to know more about the story, again, there is a playlist on my channel called Something About the Sea, and if you want to know more about my debut novel, there's another playlist on my account called Project New World. So, yeah, I hope to see you stars next week. Alright, bye-bye!